Oh shit, is it another collection video? Of course it is, you fucking morons. Don't worry, I'll get out some more content. It's just right now I'm busy with work. I don't have time to write or edit, so here's my Asian collection, and you better fucking like it, or else Daddy's gonna be angry, and Daddy, when he gets angry, he gets angry. Now, let's start with my boy. Yeah, I'll have to take one out there, just make sure I can take them out. My boy Sion Sono, I started watching his TV show on Prime yesterday. Tokyo Vampire Hotel looks pretty good. The first episode was hilarious. I love Sion Sono, is probably my favorite Japanese director at this moment, and The Love Exposure is epic masterpiece. It's 4 hours long, and supposedly the full director's cut is 6 hours long. Now, Sion, if you're watching this, which I would be very much surprised, or Third Window Films, if you're watching this, we need the 6 hour long cut, please. Please, someone release, fuck the Snyder's cut, fuck DC and Marvel and superheroes, we need the 6 hour Love Exposure cut, please. Daddy Sion. Cold Fish. This is a movie about a serial killer. Fucking great. I love this one. And like what I love about Sion Sono is comedy. It's really fucking dark, and this is no exception. It's probably his funniest film, and probably is one of his darkest. Guilty of a Romance. Fucking another out home run for Sono. This is one of his hypersexual, and supposedly these he has like a trilogy of hate or something, and I think it's Love Exposure, Cold Fish, and Guilty of Romance. I'm not sure about that. I haven't got information in a while, but yeah, Guilty of Romance. All of his movies are worth a watch, but I would probably recommend you start with either Cold Fish or Guilty of Romance. Land of Hope, I just bought this one. I haven't got time to watch it. And then my last Sion Sono film, and his most recent that I own, Anti-Porno. This is an homage and I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it's an homage to the Nikatsu soft porn films from the 70s, and it's quite the experience, and I also fucking love this film. Go give Sion Sono some love, and plus most of his films are released through Third Windows Films, and when Arrow Video has sales, they are on sale, so do yourself a favor. I don't care who you are, buy yourself some Sion Sono films. Now we get into Miike, which is another one of my favorite Japanese director, The Bird People in China. I haven't seen this one yet, because Miike does like a lot of movies. He has a lot of movies, so and a lot of them are in different styles. So this is, I think, more of a drama. Yakuza Apocalypse. I haven't seen that one either. I think it's action. Arakiri. I haven't seen this one either. I don't. They're long films, but I need to get myself catch up on my Takashi Miike. Audition, probably. I think it was the first Miike film I saw, and still one of my favorite. It's great. Ichi the Killer. This is funny. This is hilarious. Great dark comedy. The Dead or Alive trilogy. Quite the trilogy. The three films are very different, but they're very over the top, very violent, very the only one I didn't really care for was the third one, but the first and second one, especially the ending of that first one, it's fucking great. The Black Society trilogy, these are gangster films from Takashi Miike, and they're also three in different styles. Shinjuku Triad Society is more of a genre film, and Ley Lines and Rainy Dog are drama about racism, about the Chinese and Japanese relationships. I think the first one too there. Yeah, Shinjuku Triad Society. They're all about this team, but they're all done in a very different style. And like Rainy Dog is probably my favorite. Visitor Q, and that's why I love Takashi Miike. Just the diversity of his work. This is one of them that is often found on like these top 10 most disturbing films list. Oh, but it's really not. It's a really dark comedy, and it's hilarious. It's fucking great. When he starts having sex with the corpse and he gets stuck because of rigor mortis. It's one of my favorite scenes of all time in Japanese cinema. Also, the milking scene. If you like really, really dark comedies, you need to watch this. Graveyard of Honors. This includes the original 70s film by the director of Battle Royale and the remake with directed by Miike. The One Missed Call trilogy. I haven't seen any of these yet. Lesson of Evil. I haven't seen this one either. Like I love Miike, but I haven't really seen a lot of his movies. Obviously, as you can see. First Love. Not a big fan. And his most recent that I got, Blade of the Immortal. Now this is a good movie. It's fun. It's really fun. I saw this in the theater. It's really how do I say it? Anime-esque kind of. It's a good movie. I love it. I like it. Now, 3 of the Zatoichi films. I really want that Criterion box set, but it's like $400. So I got these for like $10 a piece, which is rare because even this set, because they come from a set, even this set is quite expensive. I should have bought them all. There was a couple at the store, but I don't know. I just bought the first 3 ones. But the third one, New Tale of Zatoichi. The Tale of Zatoichi continues, the second one, and the first one, which is the only one I saw, The Tale of Zatoichi. Really like these. I really like this film. I also saw the more modern Zatoichi film, and I really like the concept. Need to watch more of them. Now, surprisingly, my only Akira Kurosawa film in my collection, which I haven't seen yet. I should really get some more of his films, because I know he's regarded as like the Japanese Ingmar Bergman, as in is the best director in the opinion of film snobs, and I'm quite the film snob when I want to be. So this is Rashomon. The Criterion Collection, the old DVD. I have something about old Criterions. I'm going to buy one tonight. Speaking of it, which is an Ingmar Bergman set. But I don't know. I need to watch this movie. I think it's more like atmospheric horror, kind of, has horror elements. I know folks that like the Criterion don't like the horror genre, but I think it's more horror. I'll be back. I just need to respond to a text message. Sorry about that, guys. It's a day off and I'm not supposed to work, but I still get work messages. Branded to Kill, a film by Senju Suzuki. It's okay. It's a little action flick. Not bad. When Horror Came to Shochiku, which I really like the Eclipse series from Criterion, because I know I just said Criterion isn't really a fan of horror or stuff like that, but these are like really B horror films from Japan, from the 60s, maybe from the 50s. I've saw like 2, and they're really like what you would see in the 50s and 60s from the States. They're kind of they're lower budget, but they're fun. They're fun. The Bloodthirsty trilogy. Now this slipcover Arrow video, I don't know what you did, but it's really smooth. I really like touching it. But the Bloodthirsty trilogy, I really enjoy. I think I only saw Vampire Doll or Lake of Dracula, but these are like Hammer Japanese vampire flicks, but not produced by Hammer, but in that same vein. And it's really interesting to see, you know. It's kind of a culture shock, because they look British, they feel British, but they're Japanese. Sister Street Fighter, this is in the same vein as what I just showed, the Bloodthirsty trilogy, but for martial arts films. Like, I know martial arts films are common in Japan, but these feel like Hong Kong flicks that were made in Japan, and they're in the Street Fighter series. I've watched the two first, really enjoyed them. I'm a big fan of martial arts films. Orgies of Edo. Is it this one I saw, or Inferno of Torture? Inferno of Torture I saw. These are what Sion Sono was kind of homaging, criticizing in his anti-porno flick. They're pinky violence or soft erotica with a lot of bondage. This is the one I saw. Yeah, this one. Like I said, they're soft erotica with a lot of bondage. Yakuza Law, this is amongst the trashiest, trashiest 70s Japanese films I own. School of the Holy Beast, I don't like non-exploitation, but when they're from Japan, I don't know, the Japanese just did it right, and this is probably the best non-exploitation film, not even just from Japan, but overall. Love that movie. This movie needs a Blu-ray ASAP. It's a beautiful looking film, needs a Blu-ray release. Even a 4K, I'd be down for that. Sins of Sister Lucia, another non-exploitation from Japan. More exploitive, but I quite enjoy it. Pistol Opera, from the same director as that Branded to Kill. I haven't seen this one yet. It looks very interesting. From the 70s. Wolf Guy, now this is fun. Now this is a really fun movie. Another one that feels more like an American exploitation film, but still has this Japanese feel. Now we're getting into the love of my life, after Laura Gemser, or pretty much equally. Meiko Kaiji. I do own the Lady Snowblood Criterion, but I borrowed it to a friend right now, so if you're watching, give it back to me. I'm gonna get it back, but she's slow with watching movies. Anyway, Blind Woman's Curse. Fucking great film. Love it. Now what can I say about Female Prisoner Scorpion? The complete collection. And sorry guys, I have allergies, so I'll have to... Fucking allergies. Anyways, Female Prisoner Scorpion. One of my favorite saga. Fucking great one. Probably amongst my top 10 favorite Japanese films. At least the first and the second one. Female Scorpion 701. Jailhouse 41. Beastable and Grudge Song. Great fucking movies. I like all of them, but I do prefer the first three. The fourth one feels kind of off, but there are great fucking films. And honestly, if you like Japanese cinema, any kind of Japanese cinema, you should own these. If you've seen Love Exposure, there's a reference to Scorpion in there. Great saga. Fucking love those. Stray Cat Rock, these are more funky early 70s exploitation films starring Meiko Kaji as like a leader of a girl gang. Fun movies. This is a weird set because there's a couple, like there's 3 on Blu-ray and the 2 other are on DVD. Shogun Assassin. Now I learned that this is just the first 2 Lone Wolf and the Cub films edited together for an American audience. I need to get myself the Lone Wolf and the Cub franchise. Sorry guys about my sniffling, I just fucking... Allergy season is annoying. A film by Takeshi Kitano, Violent Cop. Great 80s Japanese action film. I didn't know anything about it. Total blind buy. Do not regret a single thing. Asian Extreme Action Cinema, a 4-pack from Kino Lorber, Hitman File, Yakuza Graveyard, 3 Seconds Before Explosion, Cops vs. Thugs. Not all Japanese films, I think Yakuza Graveyard, 3 Seconds Before Explosion, and Cops vs. Thugs are, but the first one is like this modern Thai action film. Oh, we getting into the kaijus, Gamera, and Gamera versus Giron, and Gamera versus Jigger. Yeah, haven't seen these yet. Gamera versus Gaios, and Gamera versus Viras. Haven't seen these yet. I like kaiju films, I need to be in the mood. Mothra. I haven't seen this one yet. The original Godzilla, the Criterion releasing, fucking great movie. Of course, it's a classic. Everyone knows this. And honestly, if you haven't seen this one yet, what are you doing on this channel? King Kong vs. Godzilla, the original, and they recently made a remake with the two Godzilla and King Kong remakes. This one is cheesy fun. I don't know. Not my favorite era of Godzilla. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, and Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I've only seen Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, and it's pretty fun. The new Godzilla, the most recent, I think, Shin Godzilla, which means a new Godzilla. I watched it. I was incredibly depressed, so I need to watch it again, because I wasn't in the mood. Speaking of depression, The Ring. These movies are depressing as fuck. Holy shit. And another, now we're getting into like the 2000 like nihilistic cinema kind of films. Pulse, same. Good little flick, very depressing. Battle Royale, I don't know why I have this here because I got the Badass Arrow edition and I watched the sequel yesterday and it's not as good. It's not as good, but I still really enjoyed it. It's still a very fun action film. I think it was just a bit too, like, trying to be too over-emotional for my taste. I might need to get another one out just so it's easier to get these out. Blue Spring. I haven't seen this one yet. Yeah, I'll just take a movie out. I'll take the Battle Royale out and I'll put it there. The Grateful Dead, really, really fun movie. This is a crazy fucking movie. Low Life Love from the same director, and this is probably my favorite film from his, Eiji Uchida. This is a movie about a low-life filmmaker, and it's really relatable, and I quote this movie often. Destruction Babies, I haven't seen this one yet. Love and Other Cults, really, really fun movie about, well, love and other cults. It's really, there's a theme in Japanese films, especially modern ones, about cults, and it's really interesting, and I'd like to learn the history behind their fascination, maybe with cults. One Cut of the Dead, probably the best modern zombie films. I'm not really a big fan of modern zombies because they're overplayed, but this one is, it's original, it's really good, it's really fun. Junk, I made a review about this, go check that out, but one sentence review, really good, really fun, inspired by Italian films. Tokyo Gore Police, this one is fun. I laugh every time I see this on like these disturbing movie lists. Like, it's not disturbing, it's fucking hilarious. Shut up, guys. A bootleg of Machine Gun Girl. Fun one. Another one of these over-the-top modern CGI kind of infested films, but they're fun, I like them. Robo Gesha, I think from the same director. Another one of these over-the-top films. We're getting a bit of anime, so any weebs watching, you'll be pleased. Akira, just great. Ninja Scroll, another fun anime. Samurai Champloo, which is my favorite, like, if anyone is wondering, what's your favorite anime series? Samurai Champloo, it's a bit nostalgic, but I did rewatch it a couple of times ever since I was a kid, and it still feels like one of the best anime ever. This is a bootleg of One Missed Call 2. Don't know why I still have that. That was like $5 at a conventions. I'm like, ah, fuck it. Hideo Nakata, Curse, Death, and Spirit. I think this is an anthology film. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. This is a bootleg of a film nobody talks about, but it's a great film that should get a actual release, but it's really obscure. The Man Who Stole the Sun, it's about nuclear power, it's really psychedelic, it's really fucking weird, it's over the top, I love it. The Devil's Feast, I made a Spooky's Dirty Movie Corner about this. Go check that out, and there's a new one probably coming out pretty soon about an Emmanuel film. St. John's Wort, I don't know, this was cheap. It's the Asylum film, published this DVD. Tokyo 10+1, this was bleh. This wasn't good. Touch of Zen, I haven't seen this one yet. So we're done with the Japanese films. Now, as you can see, the Japanese films take most of the collection. Next to it is Hong Kong / China. And of course, Bruce Lee, the box set. This old ass DVD box set from Warner. I'm still satisfied with it. Honestly, I don't really need everything in Blu-ray. Still like a couple of DVDs, and this is one of them. Enter Dragon, because I don't think... Yeah, no, it's not on that box set. Probably my favorite. Now, I've heard that this Blu-ray is out of print, and I'm really surprised, because as far as, like, Blu-ray, this isn't the best, but supposedly it's worth a couple hundred... Not a couple hundreds, but like $90 to $100. Yeah. They should probably re-release this, but made with care and love, because this is great. Probably one of Hong Kong's finest films, from John Woo. Speaking of John Woo, the killer, this is also really fun, really good. Full Contact, now fun story, this is a promotional copy and not for resale. So it's like, that's fun, that's cool, I guess. 5 Shaolin Masters, fun movie. The Return of the Deadly Venom. Now this is called also known as Crippled Avengers, and it's fun. It's fun martial arts film. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin, great, one of the greatest martial arts film. Now we're getting to Jackie Chan. Here's some shitty VHS of Fearless Hyena. Next to the Criterion release of Police Story 1 and Police Story 2. Two of my favorite Jackie Chan films. Probably my two favorites from him. They're just classic. New Police Story, fun one. I like it. There's a new one there. I haven't seen it yet. If you've seen it, guys, just let me know in the comments if it's any good. Mr. Nice Guy, fun movie. Jackie Chan's not my favorite because I'm not a big fan of, like, comedy, but I do appreciate most of his films, especially Police Story. Like, I like the comedy. I've learned to appreciate the comedy in the Hong Kong films, because from what I'm seeing, it's fairly common and it's fun. Human Lanterns from the Shaw Brothers. This this is one of those weird martial arts films that I need more in my life. Speaking of which, Devil Fetus, this is so much fun. This totally needs a legit release. This is like a bootleg from Trash Palace, which I do recommend for any fan of obscure, especially Asian cinema. They've got a great selection, but this is a fun one. Centipede Horror, not as fun as Devil Fetus, but it still has its moment. I'm not a big fan of bugs, like I don't fuck with bugs, and this has plenty of bugs. Flying Fists of Kung Fu, little 12-pack, and Kung Fu Superstar. This has, this doesn't really have Bruce Lee in there. Oh no, the image of Bruce Lee, Blood Fight, and Fearless Hyena 2. I don't know why I keep this here. Kung Fu Zombies now. This is a fun, really cheesy, really strange film, but it does have like Chinese zombies, which are different from our zombies. Hiron Monkey from Buster Videos. No name DVD. DVD movie. Condition good. Genre not used. What? Little fucking video stores. Love this one. Now, surprisingly, this is my only Godfrey Ho film, and if you guys know Godfrey Ho, you'd be surprised, because you're probably like, hey, you're a big fan of obscure trash, why don't you have 1,000 Godfrey Ho films? I don't know, they don't really get legit releases. This is a grey market release, and it has a fake RoboCop and Chinese zombie. It's a fun movie. This was terrible. Strike of the Tortured Angels, like, I thought I was in for like a Hong Kong woman in prison film category 3 with lots of sex, lots of violence. This has nothing. This could have been, like, if this was released legitly, like in the States, it would get a PG. Like, there's not even an hint of nudity. And it's a woman in prison film, like, why, guys? Mon Monsters, Shudder exclusive. Shudder original. I haven't seen it yet. Now we get into the Koreas. Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death. Great movie. Great title. Great, even better movie. The Handmaiden Collection. Really solid flick. Really solid flick by Park Chan-wook. Which is... it's a great movie. Just go buy it. This needs also a legit North American release, even though I am personally satisfied with this with this release. Old Boy, come on, guys. You know what I think of Old Boy. Now, probably my favorite Korean film, I Saw the Devil. This is a masterpiece. Now, this influenced a lot of modern action cinema, like John Wick, but this is better. Like, this is 10 times better. This is one of the best action flick from the past 5 years. Witchboard, I haven't seen this one yet, which I don't think I've seen really a lot of Korean horror films. Three Extremes, oh yeah, I haven't even like broken the seal on that. Need to watch that. Now we get into, I'm really bad at geography, guys, correct me, but I think these are from Indonesia, which is in Asia, I guess. Terror is a Man. Brides of Blood, probably my favorite from the three. Mad Doctor of Blood Island. These are like 60s cheese fests, really fun. I think these are also from Indonesia. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The Raid Redemption, another one of my favorite modern action flick. The Raid 2, really interesting because they took like the Raid 1 is basically action throughout the entire film. The Raid 2 is a more of subdued but still really violent, still fun. So yeah. Alright, I'm here. I just need to move the bed, guys. Now I'm at the like Miscellaneous. I think I know which countries these are from, but I'm not sure. Born to Fight. This isn't signed by any member of the cast. This is just someone who's like, hey, I'll sign my DVD just to remember I own this. Hung Back. Fun little... Art of the Devil 1 and 2. These are from Thailand, I think. I don't know anything about them, but they do look very interesting. They're released by Shriek Show. Sick Nurses. I don't know. I got this at the dollar store. Macabre. I was quite intrigued by this film. I saw it at the dollar store, I watched it, and it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff. Fury. Uh, yeah, okay. It's Vietnamese. It's a Vietnamese action film. I've seen better. And for my last Asian film, well, Asian film until we get to the next category, Lady Vampire, my only Cambodian film. And I bought this just because my best friend is Cambodian, and I'm like, oh shit, I have never seen a film from there, so might as well buy their, I think one of their only horror films that I know of, Lady Vampire, and I'll probably watch it with him, just so he knows culture about his country. Now we're getting into the extreme, which is probably a category that will go, because honestly, don't really find any movies disturbing or extreme, but while it's there, might as well talk about it. Entrails of a Virgin, like if I had to like put like extreme films that probably in my entourage only me would appreciate, this would be one of them. But it's I made a Spooky's Dirty Movie Corner about this. This was my first one and most successful one, so go check that out. Shoujo Tsubaki Collection. This is the most banned anime that was, I guess, trending on TikTok a while ago. I don't know. I'm not on there. It's a bootleg, of course. It contains the original 50-minute OVA, I think, original video anime, something like that. It includes the 2016 remake, live action remake, and the director of the originals, like his little short film there. A bootleg of the entire Guinea Pig franchise. Scrum by this is like my Jörg Borgerite collection. Schramm, I haven't seen this one yet. Looks really intriguing. If it's anything like Necromantic, I'll probably appreciate it. I like Necromantic. It's fun. Come on, guys, it's fun. It's not disturbing. They're fun. They're romantic movies about necrophilia. It's fun. Necromantic 2 is probably my favorite from the two. The first one feels too artsy. Man Bites Dog. Holy shit, is this a wonderful, wonderful movie. I fucking love this one. It's a fake documentary from Belgium about this serial killer, and you just follow him through his degeneracy, and it's really a great movie. Now, this just got a good Blu-ray release that I need to buy, but Irreversible by Gaspard Noé. Fucking great. Great film. Philosophy of a Knife. I haven't seen this one yet. It's a 4-hour movie about the Nanking massacre, and it's like this shot on video thing. I don't know if I have the patience, honestly. It's just one of those rare out of print unearthed films that I kind of bought just to keep it in my collection until maybe it gains value. And finally, for this video, because this will have to wait for my next video, because it's a brand new category. It's Euro Trash, but this would fit in Euro Trash. Island of the Dead. If you know, you know. So this is my Asian film collection and extreme, disturbing films. So yeah, I'll pump more of these pretty soon, and I'll be done pretty soon, and I'll start working on actual, like, written, scripted, edited content. But until then, have a good day.